What's up, everybody? I'm Captain Joe Dove, and with me this week is our boy Rick Smash. But we have a special guest this week. We are excited, we're elated, and we are overjoyed to have the dancing man and ultimate nerd for all things Marvel, DC, and comic related. We got Mike Easy Breezy in the house with us this week.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the love. Happy to be here. Man's asked me to be here. I'm finally able to make it. Happy to be here, man. Happy to be here. I'm ready to rock out. I'm ready to rock out.
Oh, man, we're so glad you're here. You're an amazing person that seems to have the know and all the latest information. And we've got our text queen, my mom, joining us in the text spot. Hi, guys. Hey, Ma, how you doing? Our number one fan here.
Love the support.
Yes, it's great. So, all right, let's get into it. What did we think of this episode? Episode 4. This is not Wong.
This is not Wong. So who wants to go first? Mike, do you want to?
Yeah, he's a special guest. Yeah, go for it.
Why not?
Go for it, mate.
Man, I thought this episode was absolutely freaking hilarious, man. I mean, it's been kind of funny the whole way through, but this one kind of took it up a notch with our girl Madison with 2 N's and 1 Y, but it's not where you think. I think she was the MVP of the show, man. It was absolutely funny. I was in tears actually, so it was freaking amazing to me.
Yeah,
nice.
Rick, what do you think?
Yeah, man, I continue to love this show on and on and on. And you know what? It's an actual TV show. And what I mean by that, it's not like the other MCU stuff where it's just basically like, Falcon and Winter Soldier. It just felt like a movie cut up in little sections and that's it. This is a solid TV show. And I absolutely love it. I cannot wait for the next episodes.
And again, my only gripe is that they're too short. Like I really get into it, and then all of a sudden, okay, it's over. Well, maybe we'll find out what happened next week. Like what?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But one of my big standouts, and I'm going to use one of your clips, is the Magic Man himself, because the name of this episode is this not real magic? And let me tell you, this guy is not real magic. Donnie Blaze in the place to be, scamming people left and right. Yes, he gave us one of the greatest Marvel intros ever in Homegirl, drunk woman walking. But unbelievable, this guy was ready to pounce. And he had one of my others, like, slow underscored. It was like, he had this, I'm trying to pull up he had his own Wish Morgan Freeman. Like, we wanted Morgan Freeman for this episode.
Yes.
But he couldn't quite get Morgan Freeman. So what we do is we got Wish.
Almost there.
He was almost there, right? So we had Wish Morgan Freeman this week, which I thought was hilarious. I mean, to me, like, the comedy on this, the writing on this is so on point that you have such a good time. And then the backstory and the action just fill right in, and you end up staying for it all because there's so much to do. And they really hit it off this week, especially the backstory with Wong and his Eat, Pray, Love. Yeah, Wong and the Wongers. And how great was it when they were in court together? Wong was like, Wong has been skipping the law. Like, he's Teflon Wong now, because he's been skipping out of, like, getting in trouble, like, since the last episode, and he keeps getting out of trouble. Even in the films. It's great. It's great.
Just the whole, I think it was the first probably I don't know, 30 seconds or that, maybe a minute. And he's watching The Sopranos. That is what got me.
Yes.
That was the best. That really just, I lost it. I thought it was the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, he was watching this is the one where where they kill Adriana. It was so sad.
It's so good.
Oh, man. Yeah, this is a great episode. And how about those creepy, like, bat creatures that got pulled out of that other dimension?
Oh, yeah, those are Those
Like,
were pretty ugly, man.
yeah, I thought they were going to be like the Brood or something, but then when I got another look at them, I was like, ladies and
they grew
gentlemen,
bigger.
breaking news! We have we have a special guest that joined Billy.
Oh, the piano!
He made it.
He had to tune up the piano before he came on screen.
And has drinks.
Drink in hand. I
Drink
love
in
it.
hand. Yeah. Welcome to the show, Billy. People are glad to see you. we were wondering if you were going to make it or not. Looks like you made it.
The anticipation was mounting, my friend.
Yeah.
It's very successful.
Yeah. We thought maybe Donnie Blaze had put you in the wrong dimension, and that's why you're going to be late this week. But
Well, occasionally you have to make a deal with a goat.
Right.
yeah, there it is. Unfortunately, the wrong goat. But I want to welcome Billy Madison with a Y to the show. You get it? That's a clever Y. Yeah.
Good one, Billy.
Yeah, he did it.
Look out, ladies.
Look out, ladies.
Oh man.
Billy's with Wong and Madison watching The Sopranos. And that's why Billy was late, getting his drink and watching The Sopranos.
Perfect sense.
Yeah. So we were talking about Wish Morgan Freeman, and they were trying to make peace.
Is he anyone in the comics? This guy, this Wish Morgan Freeman, or is he just? Does anyone know?
Mike?
I don't think
I didn't even look into it. I didn't pay attention to his name. I just, he was just hilarious comedic relief to me. I didn't even look at him.
Yeah. I thought he might have been someone, but yeah, okay, all right, cool.
I haven't looked at. I didn't even pay attention to him like as a person. He was just hilarious.
Yeah. What were you saying, Billy? You froze for a second.
I was saying there in the comic books, there's no Donnie Blaze. There's only Johnny.
Right.
Yeah, I think that was a play on Johnny.
That
Yeah.
was-
Which I'd love to see Nicolas Cage come back as Johnny Blaze and sue this guy for copyright infringement.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Next week's episode.
Next week's episode.
Come on, Nicolas Cage on She-Hulk. We got to make this happen. You do it. He owes a lot of money. He'll do whatever job you take.
He'll do it for the number one comic of She-Hulk. Give me the number one 9.5 grading. I'll do it.
Hell, he named himself after Luke Cage.
Yeah. Oh, he loves Marvel, so he would definitely do it. Another interesting side plot on this episode was She-Hulk dating. She got on Tinder. We touched on it last week, and she did it full-fledged. Got on Tinder as She-Hulk, and she got a lot of responses. Yeah, she had to get some snoo, and boy, did she. When she got her best pictures in, she went and she picked herself up a man.
Literally.
Yeah. And what do we think of that B plot story? Mike, you start with you.
First of all, I don't know how I feel about a 6'8" woman picking me up off the couch like that. Let's start there. However, She-Hulk's not bad looking, so I might let it slide. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I mean, it was freaking hilarious, man, because she's trying to live a regular life and get out and meet people. So I thought it was her. And I know we got a couple wrestling fans here. How about Otunga?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about it?
Yeah. Absolutely. Rick, what did you think about the B plot?
Yeah, good. I kind of dug it. So when they got that first intro, right? And they did like a recap at the beginning of the show of what,
right.
And I noticed that one of the guys out of the wrecking crew had a mask on. Right? He was the only one that was trying to inject her.
Right.
I think it's got to be one of these guys that she's dating.
I agree. That's a good plot too. That would be a nice little twist.
I reckon. But I loved it. I loved and I think it's that nerdy, witty guy.
You think it's him?
No, I don't think it's him.
No, because it's too obvious. Because he said, "Oh, you're such a great specimen." Yeah. I you know what? I tend to think it's the dude that she almost hooked up with.
See, that's what I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think that. And then when he found out, because like he was real disappointed when he found out she turned regular. He was like, "Oh, what?" And then dipped. Like he did a walk of shame out of there. So we'll see. Billy, what did you think on the B plot? That's amazing, Billy.
Ripping.
Like Warner's and Madison, but I was okay with it. I was watching like the B plot with the dating, and I was like, well, actually, I thought one of the other guys was one of the wreckers. I thought there was like this one guy that was like a long-haired dude. I thought, was that the Casey Jones guy?
Dude? Oh, that's a good call. The first dude that was like they had dinner together, and he was mainly on his phone, and then was like, "Thanks for paying for dinner," and left.
No, that guy I thought that guy almost looked like there's a comedian D'Elia or whatever. But
Chris D'Elia.
I said looked like, not was.
Oh, okay. It's like, oh wow.
Because I know that they would never have that guy because like
yeah, another Wish version.
It's like, oh no, we cut that guy out of their movie because of some of his history. We're not gonna put him into one of our things. Right.
I thought it was a very interesting B plot. It got a little spicy. She had a little snoo. And for me, I got to admit, my lady's over 6 feet tall, and it's okay that she picks me up from time to time. I can't reach stuff on the top of the refrigerator. I need help, and that's what love is all about. Some comments from the crew there. Nicolas Cage isn't doing anything, and owes the IRS a lot of money, man. And then y'all would totally let She-Hulk lift you up. So one of the things I loved about the comics was something they haven't touched on. Maybe Marvel will now that they've got the X-Men rights back, because that was a fastball special. So I wonder if they could do something with like She-Hulk and somebody and do like their own version of a fastball special. Wouldn't that be cool?
Talk about the time in X-Men comic. I mean, I think it was the Avengers where She-Hulk gave Wolverine a fastball special and was saying like,
yeah, I remember she did it. Yeah. And then, I mean, Colossus was the originator of it, but she often did it in the Avengers comics.
But yeah, She-Hulk gave Wolverine a fastball special and felt him up along the way, and he was like, "You've ruined it. This is inappropriate." It's weird now.
Colossus goes, "All right, will the fastball special? No. Oh man. Yeah, I had so much fun with this episode. Aside from the Sopranos, we had this amazing romance with Madison and Wong here.
She was good. She was really good. I enjoyed it.
I gotta say, it's Funny or Die find some funny people. Like between her and Rosa Salazar, I'm like, these people are from Funny or Die. How did they find this talent over the near 2000s?
Yeah, like why weren't they? I mean, they could have had them earlier. They were so funny.
Yeah, but these people could have been like SNL people. These people have good skills.
Yeah. So there's one more thing that's a bit of a mystery for me, and that's the arrival of this character that served the papers for. Who is this guy? You think he might be involved in some way? Because they spent a lot of time on his face, and they had a good interaction. So I was wondering, is there, because they always put some veil of mystery on it. So it's always like, okay, maybe there's something more here. So, and he's such a big dude.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah, and the way his beard is and everything. Maybe he's on the Wrecking Crew too. What do you think?
That's a fair point. I thought it might have been something to him as well, because they don't give people camera time for no reason, especially with dealing with Marvel. They always try to sneak some stuff past you. So it was kind of weird him having the camera time that he had. He had like a whole interaction with Jen at the door, right?
Right.
So it kind of leads you to believe like, okay, maybe there's something else going on here.
Yeah, I'm starting to believe that Titania is behind the Wrecking Crew more and more.
Yeah.
Because now she served the hey, you can't use She-Hulk. I coined it. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm feeling like, yeah, I'm feeling like she's slowly becoming the main villain. But go ahead, Rick.
So you know that the mid-season trailer dropped for She-Hulk, like
Right.
literally not long ago. Has anyone watched that?
No.
Yeah, I watched it earlier today.
You seen it, Mike? Yeah. So you've seen obviously Matt Murdock is going to be
Right.
in it, dead.
Finally.
We don't know when he's going to be in it, but do you think She-Hulk's going to represent herself, or is Matt going to represent Titania? Or
no, I think Matt's going to represent her.
You reckon he's going to represent it? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think's going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, because Murdoch's still a defense lawyer, so
yeah,
if she's the plaintiff,
yeah,
I mean the defendant.
She's the defendant, so he would obviously.
Yeah, she's the defendant, so she would need a defense lawyer.
Okay. Now,
and it seemed like the other one was kind of mocking her, like, that's the woman that outsmarted you.
Yeah,
we need to go back and look at that episode because they did kind of focus on the document itself, and I didn't take the time to kind of pause it and look over it at all. So
yeah,
we shall see, because they did focus on where she claimed She-Hulk for herself. So you got that was pretty clear. I didn't look at anything else around it. I should have, but it might be something to go back and investigate.
Yeah, and there's always like these little details with Marvel. Like you never know what it could have been in the opening text. There's a lot of those legal documents are like, almost like a copy paste type of thing. But sometimes they're written from scratch. So if she's writing from scratch, it could be something like super in depth that requires her to donate blood. Because obviously the big thing on this episode, episode last week was they were trying to grab some of her blood, some of her DNA. So maybe that there's like a what do you call a loop in there that tries to grab that from her. And then how about her not doing well on Matcher as regular Jen Walter?
You gotta feel sorry for her.
Like, she's a pretty lady. Like, I swipe right. Is that how it works? I don't know. But how funny is it?
Somewhat untrue with the comic books, because in the comic books, it's very much like a Nutty Professor type storyline where she's like the nerdy, like Jerry Lewis type, and then the other She-Hulk is like the suave, like party.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good point. And the other thing that I really want to know is, are we going to see our boy again? Because it looks like he was about to shove somebody else out there to Wongland.
Right through the fire hole.
Yeah.
That was people out.
Yeah. I think he could pop up again. We could have a lot of fun. Maybe they even get a Donnie Marvel Studios presents Donnie Blaze, Madison and Wong. Because
why not? Why
not? The post-credit scene was these two having at it.
That was brilliant.
Yeah,
that was brilliant. I love that.
I want to see more of
Madison,
Madison and Wong.
That's
one of the few interruptions I'd be okay with. I mean, so far this show hasn't been like The Sopranos. It's not like, oh, Uncle Junior just shot Tony. Please, let's take a break for half a season.
Yeah.
And I basically just said all this so I can do a Sopranos spoiler in their honor.
Good setup.
Very good. So what do we think is going to happen next week? What do you think is going to be the big to do? We'll start with Rick.
Well, obviously we're going to see a bit more of this Titania and that legal side and what's going to eventuate out of that. But I still reckon we're going to still, and we see it in some of the trailer, we're going to see some more outrageous Marvel characters that someone's going to represent. I'm not sure She-Hulk will represent. So I reckon they're still going to go with that flow of having an A and a B storyline.
Right.
So that's what I'm looking forward to seeing more of. And obviously, can't wait to see Matt Murdock in there.
Matt Murdock, yeah. Matt Murdock. And Donnie Blaze! Magic!
He's playing in Vegas.
Yeah, right. He gets upgraded. Mike, what do you think is going to happen next week?
I'm agreeing with Rick here. I do think that we will possibly I'm leaning towards we actually see Matt Murdock next week. just because.
That'd be
I mean, we
great.
saw the court document today. You know what I mean? So I really think we'll see some Matt next week. I do like how they're bringing in these other characters, and if you notice, they're kind of obscure characters, right? Like the
Right.
characters that the casual viewer may not know,
Right.
Correct.
right? So I mean, we had an Asgardian elf, you know what I mean? And so we had the Wrecking Crew, and obviously Titania's coming back. So I think it's another chance for somebody else to pop in and cause a ruckus, and then Donnie Blaze.
Yeah. I think it would be really cool if we got like Behemoth. That's a big She-Hulk villain, especially since they opened up the portal in that dimension. So like, we could get more of those wonderful little bat creatures coming back to bother her, and then ultimately dealing with something a lot bigger than she can actually handle on her own, which would be kind of cool. And and I think it would be a lot of fun. I mean, you still have like Ultima and Grappler. I don't think there's going to be an Abominatrix, but if there was, I think, and you guys can tell me if I'm right or wrong, that probably one of the 7 girls that's living on Blonsky's farm is maybe one of the Abominatrixes.
Gotta be.
That would be sick. That would be sick.
Awesome.
All right, Billy, what do you think? What's the deal?
I would say I want to see like something really obscure, and I don't think would ever happen. I want to see them take some Disney and Fox's stuff, and rather than do like an X-Men thing, Obnoxo the Clown versus Krusty the Clown in a copyright infringement suit.
And She-Hulk has to represent.
I believe she would be representing Krusty pursuing Obnoxo.
Oh wow! So he went deep dark cut on
You
that.
did.
Yeah.
You did. You reached into the
And-
vault.
Actually, let's get like
vault.
yeah, I'm going deep. And I would love like maybe Brian O'Halloran to play Krusty because he can do an awesome Dan Casanello impression. Got to promote Clerks 3.
There you go. Somebody's gonna watch it. Do you guys is D3 this weekend, or did it happen already? This weekend?
It's currently happening. Today was like all the video games, and I think Pixar had a panel earlier, or just finished not too long ago. But tomorrow's going to be all like the big stuff, the Disney Plus, Marvel things the stuff we really want to see, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think all of that's happening tomorrow. Today was just kind of like stuff, video games. They announced a couple things, a Black Panther and Captain America game, but it's like Black Panther's grandfather, T'Challa's grandfather, because it's set in World War II. Because Captain like old as shit, right?
Yeah. I remember that. I remember that comment where they crossed and Black Panther ended up whipping Cap's ass.
Yeah.
So I love that one. Yeah, that was a great one. It's like, don't come here again with that bullshit.
It's like, nah, I'm not playing with you, boy.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was a couple of those. They announced a new Tron video game.
Oh,
it looks pretty cool. They dropped like a little teaser trailer and some still shots. They announced that Gargoyles was getting a remaster. That game was hard as hell to beat, man.
Yeah. That was like the old Batman game.
Yeah. Like, why would you make that for kids and we can't beat it? But so that's one of the things. And then a bunch of like little stuff. Nothing like major. And some more Midnight Sun stuff, like animated shorts are coming with the game. Some prequel stuff, but that's really all that happened today.
And any predictions as to what could be part of the future in the announcements?
I am hoping we get a major like X-Men announcement, right? Like live act. Like I'm hoping like they give us like who's playing Wolverine, right? Give me that. I don't care. Dope. I don't care what else you give me after that. You tell me who's our new Logan. Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah, that would be dope. Well, I know one thing that they may drop because as a Star Trek fan, I was sorely disappointed to learn that the Star Trek 4 director had been bought out by Disney and he will be directing the Fantastic Four. So I'm wondering if they might announce the cast of Fantastic Four.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Any
really
speculations, Rick?
No, I just think they're gonna call Lou Ferrigno back. Lou's coming back. They think he's coming back.
He's coming back.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Nah, look, we know Thunderbolts, so they're going to be obviously going to announce more of the cast, proper cast. We know exactly who's going to be involved in that movie. I know there's a ton of Star Wars stuff coming out as well.
Yeah, Andor drops later next week, so.
Yes. We are so spoiled. We are so spoiled.
Yeah,
we are.
Yeah, we are. We are. We came at the right time.
Ooh,
yeah. What else, Rick?
I don't know. Like, obviously, there's going to be something big. There's going to be. I guess the thing is, I don't want to put too much emphasis on it as well, because I don't want to get too excited and then we're going to get let down, because there's obviously so many theories out there of what are they going to show, what are they going to do, and then we get our hopes up and then it's just throw it out there and then we're like, oh, that was it.
That happened to us yesterday at Star Trek Day.
Oh, did it?
Oh, yeah. Especially when they said, because like I think the big buildup, everybody thought they were going to give us the Star Trek 4 information, because we had a director, we had a writer, and things were coming together. And apparently they had pulled the cast back. So we were waiting for like a title or something. And then all of a sudden, last week, the director, Disney goes, "You're mine now." And they bought the director. So he had to drop the project. So I think that a lot of the information got kiboshed, because now they have to reboot, reboot the reboot and get some new directive into it. Billy Madison, what do we got? What are some of your predictions for D3?
Well, I do think that they're going to announce the Fantastic Four movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they will possibly do like some of the fan cast for Reed and Sue.
Mm-hmm.
I think we are going to see Krasinski reprising the role from Multiverse of Madness.
Oh,
but I
really?
think we're going to get Emily Blunt finally joining the MCU. I mean, they've been trying to get her for like the longest time.
That's his real wife, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And she's blonde, isn't she?
Yes.
Oh, look at that. How perfect.
And it's weird, but they've actually tried to make her in the MCU multiple times. She auditioned against Scarlett Johansson for the role of Black Widow.
I'm glad Scarlett won for that one.
Yeah. She lost out to Elizabeth Olsen for Scarlet Witch.
Glad she lost that one too.
Right.
She actually beat out Brie Larson for
Captain Marvel.
But then the heads up at Disney said, "We're doing a Mary Poppins reboot. We need to take her from your project."
So Disney shot Disney in the foot? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Wow.
They said that she couldn't be Captain Marvel because she was going to be
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. And then they got Yvonne Strahovski from Handmaid's Tale, who's going to walk away from that show because it was almost going to end. But then she got an Emmy nomination, so her contract got extended.
Wow.
And then they went with Brie Larson as the third pick.
So Brie Larson was sloppy thirds.
You know Brie Larson fan? No, you didn't think she?
No, I'm saying that because that's an interesting thing. Because I was actually surprised that Yvonne Strahovski from Chuck was actually like the number 2 pick. I was like, wow, someone from TV is actually getting a Disney deal, and then they walk away from it for TV, and I'm like, you walked away from a Disney picture for a TV deal?
Yeah, that's a rarity. Yeah, but it was a smart move.
A girl from Scott Pilgrim getting into a Marvel movie because like Disney loves Scott Pilgrim. They try to sneak those people into everything.
Yeah,
I mean, they got. I think the only reason why Chris Evans was Captain America wasn't because he was the Human Torch. It was because he was in Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, it could be. Could be. Very interesting. Very interesting. For me, like I said, I think they're going to drop the Fantastic Four news. I'm here for it. I'm excited. But this was She-Hulk and the Attorney at Law. So we know that there's going to be a big confrontation with the Titania in court. But do you think they're going to meet each other in the streets?
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to have a throwdown outside of court? Or is that going to be her way of getting out of trouble as she starts just fighting She-Hulk in the courtroom?
I want a bar fight. Come on. Bar fight. Bar fight.
Mike, what do you think?
They have to throw hands. It has to go down. There's no other way. They can't short us on that. They can't short us on that. We are owed a She-Hulk versus Titania actual battle. I need fisticuffs. I need punches. I need people getting knocked in the face. I need teeth flying. I need all the hard hitting action. It doesn't have to be a whole lot, but I need something because they face off a lot in the comics now. I need it. I
Yeah,
need
that's
it
their
to
main
change the players on
protagonist.
it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Main
So we gotta have it. We gotta have it.
And there's one last thing of interesting tidbit that Rick noticed and gave us a picture for, and that was the book that he was reading called Bad Feminist.
Yeah.
So is there any reason you want to talk more about that, Rick? Or
No, I just, I don't know if there is something there. There might be.
So I think that was a dig at some of the poor reviews, like the 1 stars that she got. I think that was the writers throwing shade at the fan base that just doesn't accept the show.
I love it.
There was that Twitter one they did. So if you go to that Twitter photo when she's talking the fourth wall,
okay,
and Twitter armor for the week,
when they talked about Wong, you said Wong would be Twitter armor for the week.
Yeah. That is I know that is a dig
So
to
clever.
all the actual troll. No, not that one.
Nope.
And she's doing the fourth wall. Yeah, that
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
I
it
want
has-
to see I want to set that picture to like the Talking Heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been kind of throwing shade these last couple of episodes, right? We had that montage last week.
Yeah.
Where they've been kind of going at. I was like, yo, Marvel is hilarious. This is pissing a lot of people off. I'm here for the chaos.
Yeah.
So good. And
Yeah,
to give it back to the real trolls out there. I love it.
Yeah.
Way of doing it.
They're trolling the trolls. It's awesome.
Right.
So smart.
Right. And they're having their popcorn and talking about all the trolls. I think it's really cool that they do that, and I'm wondering if they said, all right, you need to come back so we can film this real quick because people are being dicks and we gotta shush them for a little bit. And I think it's great. Well, unless you guys have anything extra you want to bring up, Rick, you look like you're about to say something.
Just the whole thing when Madison came through, she's talking about the goat. And,
the goat milk.
Yeah. And what does a goat represent? The devil. Who's the devil in the comics?
Mephisto.
Mephisto. Do you think we're
gonna
get...
Wait. Do you think that our boy David Lays is Mephisto confirmed this whole time? How dope would that be? To do a reverse.
We're gonna find out he's Ralph Boner all along.
like a reverse Iron Man 3, where everybody was hyped up thinking it was the Mandarin and we're gonna get this, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. And then this is the reverse where everybody's like, who the fuck is this? And all of a sudden it's Mephisto. That would be incredible.
Hey, that is incredible.
Sorry, Charlie Brown, but you're going to kick the football again, and you're going to just miss. Lucy's going to pull the ball away from you.
But I think that would be incredible because I found it interesting that he opened the portal for all those goat things.
That's
yeah.
It could. It's a theory there. I like your theory, Joe.
So I like the Darth Jar Jar theory here, but I'm not sure if it holds true.
Jar Jar. Do you guys know about the Darth Jar Jar theory? No.
Oh my God.
So the original script for Phantom Menace is that always two there are, one master, one apprentice, but Darth Sidious was starting to cultivate his own apprentice to kind of get rid of Darth Plagueis, but it would turn out that Darth Plagueis is Jar Jar Binks, which is why he had Sith eyes. If you look at all the other Naboo people, they had regular big weird eyes or whatever, or brown or black or whatever, but Jar Jar had Sith red or yellow, those Sith yellow eyes. So the theory is that he was using the Force. He wasn't clumsy. He was doing everything on purpose. So he was shooting down those droids because he was a bumbling idiot. But in reality, he was using the Force to deflect.
Drunken master technique.
Yeah, basically drunken master technique. So he was supposed to be Darth Plagueis. That was the Darth Jar Jar theory.
Right. Sleep better tonight. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
Could you imagine though?
The Donnie Blaze and Mephisto.
It's gotta be. It is.
That would be amazing, though. I mean,
It will be
a whole ultimate turn, man. That would be great.
So-
And then we get more of Wish Morgan Freeman that way. Or
Oh
maybe,
my goodness.
wait a minute, Wish Morgan Freeman's in the chair. Maybe Wish Morgan Freeman is Mephisto.
That would actually be
Maybe.
a better twist.
Wait a minute, but you're my servant. I serve no one. Blah, you know, like maybe. What were we gonna say, Rick? Before
Maybe. Where's Hulk?
Hulk's going to
What's his
he went back
theories?
to
the
the
car.
What's his theories? Doing what? What do you think
Hulk-
he's doing down there? Does
He's
anyone-
smashing.
He's doing
Oh, yeah,
Steve
he's gonna come back with a whole kid. Just wait.
Yeah, he's smashing.
He's smashing coming back in Scar.
exactly.
He's got to create Scar.
Yeah, he's gonna create Scar. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I'd love to see that episode. Yeah, Hulk smashing. Yeah, okay.
We got a comment from my mom. Right after the Hulk section.
See?
I love when Australia say right.
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 And then, of
Right.
course, is the Fastball special some sex thing?
Excellent question.
Yeah. Yeah.
She comes up a feel, and Wolverine says that it made him feel uncomfortable.
Wolverine was like, I need an adult. I need an adult.
He's like,
Well-
Colossus never made it weird like this.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's going to wrap it up for this week of the She-Hulk After Show. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're only listening on our wonderful podcast, make sure you go check out the video. The link will be in the podcast notes. And you can see Billy in his mansion drinking a beautiful cup of whatever. You can hear our boy Breezy.
I'll circle back.
And be sure to subscribe to your podcast. So I'm going to let you take it away, Mike, and tell people where they can find you.
For sure. Appreciate it. I think them drinks are getting the Billy over there. But yeah, man, you guys can find me on all platforms. Music City Soul, because I'm in the beautiful city of Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. So Music City Soul, all platforms. Give me a follow, give me a look.
We absolutely will. We've already subscribed to your channel. We're so glad to have you with us this week. Your insight was impeccable. And this has been a lot of fun, as it is always. This is one of the highlights of my week, is doing this in the Captain's Quadrant. And that's where you can find me next week, Wednesday, diving deep into all things Star Trek. This iteration is Lower Decks, and we're going to get into some of the fun special characters that are the background characters with our new segment. Billy doesn't have social media. He doesn't believe in friendship. You'll have to text him.
That's not.
You'll have to text him. His phone number is 914. No. And if you want to find me, you can find me here in the Spectre Sanctorum. You can find Billy and I at tobescene.com. We have restarted our website, the number 2, BESCENE. You'll find this show and many other shows in Spectrum, and our horror movie after shows and trailer reactions there on tobescene.com. And make sure Rick, you tell them where they can find you, because you actually have social media.
Yes. I just don't have a mansion and a piano. But
No, it's okay.
You can follow myself and my co-host Jay, best mate, at Pop Culture Spread. We've got, just type that in, all the socials there, guys. You will pop up everywhere, and you can see me here on this wonderful channel as well. Yeah.
All right, that's it for this week. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Cheers.